is 38% of Republicans are Southerners. So he has to play down there. But listen, don't forget my man Ron Paul.
What's success for you in this campaign?
What's success? Well, to win is one is the goal.
I talked to someone very, very sophisticated about New Hampshire politics. He says he expects that Ron Paul will spend as much money as Giuliani and Biden.
He can.
He said he already has received 2 mailings from Paul and an automatic phone call. And he expects him to be double digits and finish ahead of 2 or 3 so-called national candidates. And the question is, who is he cannibalizing?
And it could be Giuliani, it could be McCain. What's so interesting about that is that we've tended to discount him, but his support, if he concentrates it in one state, can be very significant. I was surprised this week, both when I went out with Fred Thompson, there were about a dozen Ron Paul supporters at his event. I was at a college this week, Goucher College, outside of Baltimore. More than half the questions from students came from Ron Paul supporters. He's got to follow.
It's a small, and there are more posters for him as you drive around New Hampshire than anybody else. That's for sure. But remember, the Republican race is a subset of the Democratic race. It's going to react to, if Hillary does well, the Republican race will react to that in New Hampshire, and that'll be the determinative factor. And nobody's going to say Hillary's doing well, let's nominate Ron Paul. Nobody's going to say that.
No question about that. And Karl Rove made his debut in Newsweek this week. How to beat Hillary next November. Jake, the most interesting thing I see coming out of his column is the notion that jobs, the economy, taxes, and spending are going to be the big issues in this campaign. It is going to come back to the economy, according to Karl Rove.
No, I think that's right, and I think the Democrats are always going to be hit for being tax raisers. Just one point on Ron Paul, if I could. I'm sorry, George, to follow your lead, but if you look at the candidates, we're fairly candid. Fred Thompson on Social Security, John McCain, Rudy Giuliani. Ron Paul makes them all look like politicians who are being calculating. Ron Paul will actually say, no, I don't support, we should get rid of all these agencies. He really is the one true straight talker in this race.
That's why he does well. He's going to do a lot better than Alan Keyes.
And he has money being printed up as we speak, coins that are now being distributed in his favor.
Let's turn to baseball.